what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. We in this thing again, man. The Mavericks took on the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. The Mavericks came out victorious, 98-89. We're here to talk about it. And here's my co-host.
Hey, what is going on, fam? Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. Sit back, relax, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. It was a spicy one. It was a spicy one down in Phoenix, man. Punches were thrown. People were thrown out. People are going to be suspended. And it was spicy, and I like it. I like the chippiness. I like the competitiveness. I like the pettiness. I like the old school style. I miss that where you get in the guy's face. If a guy get too slick with you, you bust him in the mouth. I like it. I like it. I miss that. We don't have many guys cut from that cloth in the league. It's very few. So it's kind of taboo when you see it. Shout out to Naji Marshall for sticking up for his teammate.
Shout out.
He stuck up for Gafford. Daniel Gafford got bowled in the face by Nurkic for the Phoenix Suns, their center. And Nurkic had been doing it on previous possessions. He was trying to play bully ball, and his arms were flailing all over the place, and he ended up catching Gafford with a good one, right in the face area between the nose and the mouth. And Naji was kind of fed up with it, and Naji went up and confronted him about it. And Nurkic, had the guts to muff Naji. He took his hand and muffed him, and Naji swung and connected and hit him in the ear area, jaw area with a punch. And then P.J. Washington came and cleaned him up and pushed him down on the ground, and Nurkic was on the ground in the fetal position holding his ear. I think it was kind of telling. Like, you see two different identities of a team. You see an actual team, or no nonsense team, a team that are playing for each other, and nobody came for Nurkic's rescue. like if it wasn't for the coaches, I don't know where it would have went to. The coaches and stuff and the referees out there, they're obviously breaking it up. And Naji don't want to be held. He's ready to fight now. Right? He just he want to fight. He got in that mode. And I was watching the Phoenix Suns body language. And when they all transpired, everybody just walked back to their bench. Like nobody was really trying to stand up for Nurkic, or nothing. No one was saying anything. Nobody had words for Dallas. And I watched that, and that was like a key component. Like, man, that's telltale of a team that's lacking identity, that's lacking toughness, and that's lacking togetherness. And when you're together, like if you ever played sports growing up, it was some teams we were really close. And if one of our guys got into it, we were all into it. And it was just like that. If you play football or basketball, you've been in things like that where a brawl might have broke out and you just we in it, or it could have been words or whatever. And you just, before you know it, you in it because that's my guy. We're a team. You feel that camaraderie amongst the guys. And then I've been on some teams where it was just whatever, man. Buddy get pushed down. It's that's Buddy. And so I've been on, that's why I can identify it and I can see it and I can spot it. And I said, man, I've been in that position before where I've been on teams where we were not tough. We were not together. We did not have camaraderie. We did not rock with each other like that. And then on the opposite, I've been on teams where we did rock with each other like that. And if it came down to it, we were going to rock with each other. Whether we had to fight, whether words was passed, whatever it was, we were going to rock with each other. And we had a coach that expected that out of us. And we had leaders on the team that expected that out of us. And so that was telltale. But even moving that aside, it was a good game by Dallas, especially defensively. The Phoenix Suns averaged 113 points a game. Dallas held them to 89 points, especially when two of your best defenders go out the game and two of your imposing presence go out the game in Naji and PJ. And we felt their presence lost. Like the Suns went on the run in the third quarter, and you can feel the loss of Naji and PJ. Especially the job they were doing on Kevin Durant. And but Dallas, gutted out. They stuck it out. And I must come on here, and you guys know I'm always this guy. As hard as I criticize people, I will give them praise when it's due. I won't duck the praise. I won't ignore it like some people do and some podcasts do. Maxi Kleber, my G. I've been on him. I've been on you hard, and rightfully so. You've been playing hot garbage. But these past two games, you have looked like the Maxi Kleber of old. I will give you props. Your defense, your shot making, your aggressiveness we've been missing. Like from the past few games, like you wouldn't even look at the rim. Or you can be wide open and you wouldn't even attempt to even look at the rim. Today, you were looking like if they leave me open, I'm shooting it. Or if he closed out too hard, you was putting the ball on the floor, making plays. This is the Maxi Kleber of old that we was like, man, if we can just have this is a good backup four. Like, this is a good guy to come in after PJ. And if you can keep that up, then Dallas is good. We're good. But if you can't, then we got to move you. But for these past two games, you have been playing up to the standard that people have been looking for. The White Powell gave us some decent minutes. Shout out to him. Shout out to Omax for stepping in when PJ and Naji went out. He got in, gave some good minutes. I can say this. If you get hurt and you're a role player, you're not playing when you come back.
Say that again.
If you get hurt and you're a role player on Dallas Mavericks, when you come back, you will not play. Jaden Hardy was healthy. Dallas was shorthanded.
1 minute.
That man got in garbage time. Kid has been consistently doing this for the role player. Right when Naji came back, his first game, Naji got very minimal minutes. Like he barely played, and kid has been kind of consistent with this. If you're a role player on this team,
you gotta earn it.
You fall right back down the totem pole, and now you gotta build your way back up and to get that trust. And so, Maxi Kleber was the same. When Maxi Kleber came back, riding the pine, he had to earn his way back on the floor. And so, that's what Hardy's gonna have to do. I seen Kid talking to him after the game, or whatever. And I know Kid didn't like the shot he took because when he got in, he shot a 3-pointer. And that's never the shot that you want when you're coming in. You want to try to get something going to the rim so you can try to get a rhythm going. A la Spencer Dinwiddie. When you go to the rim, man, you get your rhythm going, then you can shoot. Spencer would come down, and this man continuously to shoot this 3-ball. And I know I'm not the only one who's seen this mess. And I'm saying, Spencer, put your head down, go to the rim. Now, when he was doing it, he was getting decent shot. He was getting a good attempt, but he's settling for shots, and him and Kyrie at that moment, and especially in the third quarter, they were settling for tough mid-range shots, tough shots, tough shots. And I'm saying, guys, put your head down, go to the rim. Put your head down, go to the rim. And Kyrie was struggling in the third quarter. He came out hot as fish grease. He came out hot. I said, okay, cool. We're getting out to a good start. But they turned up the defensive intensity, and I felt like Kyrie was just settling. So, but overall, man, they played good, man, and they won this game purely defensively. This was a defensive masterclass. The way that if you seen the Phoenix Suns last game against Denver, Phoenix Suns was getting buckets.
Facts.
They was getting buckets. And to see what Dallas did to them coming in, man, it was big time. Now I don't think I think we'll have PJ next game. I don't think he's going to get suspended. I think he's going to get fined, and of course he got tossed. But I think he'll be playing next game. But I think Naji is probably going to get somewhere between 1 to 3 games for the punch. So
Get more on that.
I don't know. I don't know, because Draymond Green got like 4 games. I don't think he's gonna get as many as Draymond got. Draymond got there for repeat offender. Like Draymond was just out there choking people out. I don't think Naji's gonna get that many. The most I think I can see him getting is probably 2 games.
Man, when it's a punch thrown, man, it's different.
I mean, yeah, Draymond stomp a man in the stomach. We see this man stomp. We seen him choke Rudy Gobert out from the free throw line to the half court marker. He walked Rudy Gobert back like this. He walked him back like shh, and he's choking this man out from the free throw line to the half court.
Oh man.
They better not suspend my boy Naji more than 2 games.
Do not be surprised if it's more than 2 games. That's all I'm saying. Do not be surprised. And then was not going to help it either. Is this? Mr. Naji Marshall after the game, it probably when he was in the locker room, he went and made his profile, his background picture. First, I love this. But he made this as a background picture, the punch. So, Adam Silver don't take too kind that type of thing, but I love it. We need this kind of ignorance around here.
I mean, when you're missing Luka, and we're gonna miss Luka for at least a month.
Mm-hmm.
When you're missing Luka, we won't see Luka till possibly the end of January.
Yeah,
that's a long time, right? And so when you're missing that, you're going to have to play A1 defense because you're missing so much offensive firepower, right? You're gonna have like Kyrie went cold, right? He went cold. If Dallas wasn't playing good defense, Dallas would have lost this game tonight.
Facts.
Because you just didn't have the offensive firepower. And then you end up losing Naji and PJ as well.
Simultaneously.
So, like, they lost Nurkic, who wasn't doing it in the first place, right? I think Nurkic only had 3 points. He only had like 3 points, so he wasn't doing that in the first place, man. But, the Naji and PJ, that hurt. That hurted us at that moment. And then especially when Kyrie went cold. So Dallas locked in on defense. I like the job that Quentin Grimes was doing on Kevin Durant.
Facts.
and I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that. And I give props to Jason Kidd too. I like the adjustment that he made. So he put Naji Marshall on the point guard. What's his name? The light skinned cat.
What is this? Tyus Jones.
Right. So they was running a screen and roll with Tyus and KD.
Mm-hmm.
And so he put Marshall on Tyus, PJ on KD. So when the screen came, it was easy switch.
Mm-hmm.
Versus having Kyrie on Naji, and they was running the screen and roll, getting Kyrie stuck on KD.
Yeah.
And so they hid it, they hid Kyrie on a non threat who you're not gonna set a screen with.
Send him to the corner.
And so I like that adjustment. That was like one of the few in-game adjustments that Kid made that was like very critical, that slowed them down, that gave them problems.
Mm-hmm.
Until those two went out the game.
So I got the clip, man.
Let's show y'all this clip, man. If you didn't watch the game, man, and you hadn't heard about it, check the clip out, man.
Nurkic, when he's going to be hit with an offensive foul.
They're probably going to take a look at it as well.
Boy, now we've got Nurkic and Naji Marshall as Marshall leaned back and threw a punch at Nurkic. And that will likely end the night. Nurkic took a direct shot. Lindsey, the crew chief, directing Naji Marshall back.
Well, Naji Marshall might as well know that he's going to get about 5 games.
That'll be the end of the night. And I believe the night may be done for Nurkic as well.
How did Nurkic throw a punch? Like, I turned my head on that one. I don't know how that escalated to that point.
Yeah, so both players. So you see Nurkic backing down. He got an elbow kind of up into the face.
Yeah, but he's off balance.
And Nurkic walking back. And something was clearly said. Well, Nurkic kind of took a swat at him. And then Naji Marshall loads up. So there was a push, the brush of the face, and then Marshall.
He missed the punch.
He missed the punch.
I thought he punched him and he fell, but it was more so he was off balance. He kind of rubbed his hand across. Oh, he did catch him. He caught him in the ear.
A little bit of the ear.
After review, we have fighting technical fouls on Marshall and Nurkic.
You get hit in the ear, it hurt. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. You don't want to get hit in the ear and mess your equilibrium up too.
Hey, man. Play stupid game, get stupid prizes.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily walked away. He walked back up to them, and they like, what? I don't know what he was saying to him or whatever. When I seen it in game, I'm thinking that he's finna go over and be like, hey, my bad, or something like that or whatever. But evidently he was saying something spicy, and Marshall didn't, didn't take kindly to it. And then Nurkic, try to muff him, or he muffed him, and then Naji just swung and then PJ came. It was like
he was waiting anyway.
And he was with it. Like, I'm just with the shenanigans. Like, I was waiting to put my hand
on somebody anyway.
But when you have this kind of precedent happen, when you face other teams later, like, they understand like how to approach you. Like, it's almost like playing Ron Artest, right? You're not gonna try tough stuff with Ron Artest. You're just not gonna try it, right? Because he's subject to bust you. He's such the to swing on you.
Facts.
You know, it's certain people you're not gonna try. You're not gonna try that with Zebo. You're just not gonna try it. I'm not gonna approach him on that type of time. You know, it's certain players like you're just not gonna, you're just not gonna do that with. So, I applied the guys, I applied for not letting that slide. Because he could have got muffed and then kind of walked away or whatever, and not got no suspension. Probably just would have got a tech.
No, man, I like the way he sent a message around the league. We're not the ones. We're not the ones. We're not the Mavericks of old where you can slap us around, knock us over, and that's that. Now,
I remember. I don't know if Mavs fans remember this or just people in period who watch playoff basketball. Like Luka, when he's much younger, might have been his first playoff series. We played the Clippers. Like they doing Luka any kind of way, and Luka teammates was just kind of just standing and watching, and Luka was kind of like fighting by himself. Like he would get up, he would push, and shout out to Kristaps Porzingis because he did stand up for Luka.
Got suspended.
He got suspended or whatever. But like besides him, he was like the only one that was saying something because like they was stepping on Luka's ankle. Mm-hmm. They was like he go for a layup. I mean, they was sending him to dang near the first row.
They beat him up.
Like they was beating the dog crap out of him, and you just had no teammates there rocking with you. And so like that's what we mean. Like we remember the Mavericks of old. Like they just wasn't tough. Like we had one tough guy, and that was Luka. He was the only one that was willing to say anything, to do, whatever. Like I'm gonna get in your face. Like he was that guy. And right. Besides him, we just didn't have nobody with that kind of temperament. But things change.
Yes, sir.
Things changed quickly. Dallas.
I had the table half turned.
Dallas evolved. We got Kyrie Irving. And then we ended up getting the trade of PJ Gafford, which was a total turning point in the Mavericks organization. And even like Derrick Jones Jr., like he would say something, but he's kind of like mild temperament, like whatever. But like Naji, he just like
Naji a little touched.
I'm gonna say something to you, and if you whatever you say, make sure it's right when it comes out. And PJ just like
I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and you're not gonna do nothing about
it.
And if you do something about it, it's gonna be easy.
I'm with the smoke.
And so that's where the whole like standing on business with PJ came from, because that's why the Mavericks fans were so excited, because like someone came up and basically told PJ, Terrence Mann told PJ, hey man, don't be looking at our bench and staring us down. And PJ was like, what? So PJ went over to the bench, stood in front of the bench, folded his arms, and then said, now what?
Standing on business.
I'm staring them down. Now what? You told me not to do something. Now what? What you gonna do? And from that point on, it sets a culture, a precedence of how you go about doing your business.
I mean, Naji even pushed the ref.
Yeah, because the ref was trying to grab him, and Naji was just like, nah, don't put your hands on me.
Don't put your hands on me. Stripes and no stripes. Do not put your hands on me.
And so the ref was just kind of looking. He was just like, and so no more refs tried to grab him. I was like, don't put your hands on me, man.
Leave that fella alone right there. That fella don't care.
Don't put your hands on me or whatever. I know I'm injected. I'm going to leave. Don't try to force me, grab me and force me nowhere.
Yeah. But it was so funny, man. And I know you already touched on this, but how Phoenix team they just was just like,
yeah, I told you, man. I was just
and
like, that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, God, dog. I was like, nobody rolled for
nobody
Buddy.
roll, but I think he's been in trade rumors, so I think it's
He
kind of
has.
been, so it's kind of
Well,
a little
not only just
iffy on him.
that, but like just their team dynamics or the team culture there. Like,
I think they're kind of sick of him.
I think they're kind of sick of themselves. Like,
That too.
they're not playing like the frustration within the organization, right? You have KD, you have Booker, you have Bill. Some of the best scorers we have in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys what are you guys at in the standings so far? Let me see.
They are 11th.
You are freaking. So right now you're out of the play-in.
You are the play-in. You're a 500 team.
This is why I said they're sick. They're just sick of it. Period. Because like, no way you have that much talent, and you're not even in the play-in picture.
San Antonio is ahead of you.
San Antonio is ahead of you, and they have
Golden State.
They have a fraction of your talent. They got to
Golden
wash.
State.
They got to wash Chris Paul. They got
Wemby.
They got Wemby and a bunch of like role players that just gonna play hard. You guys got actual talent and firepower, like, but you guys don't have no cohesiveness. Y'all don't have no togetherness. You don't have no mental toughness. Like Dallas came out and punched y'all in the mouth early,
right out the gate,
and you guys didn't never respond until the game was just kind of out of hand. You went on a little run in the third quarter, but it really didn't mount to nothing because you couldn't get no stops.
Give it right back.
And so, like that shows me a lot of toughness, like versus Dallas. Like Dallas showed a lot of toughness on the Christmas Day game, right? Dallas went down 20-something points,
28,
and got back within 3, I think.
Yeah.
And so, like that shows me a lot about the team. Like it could have been easy for them to just lay down and be like, well, this isn't over with. We ain't gonna push the issue. But it says a lot about the culture of the team when you say, nah, we ain't laying down. We can get this one. Like we can get this, we can steal this one. Right. So even when our best player, our best player went down. So shout out, to Naji, shout out to PJ. I don't know what's wrong with the Phoenix Suns. If any Phoenix Suns watch this, man, leave a comment down there, man. Tell us what's been going wrong for you guys this season. I know that you guys struggle when KD's out of the lineup. I think you guys only won one game without KD.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Yeah,
it's like 1-11 or something like that, which is crazy. When you have Bill and Booker, like you 1-11. So like if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, man, leave in the comments. Tell us what you think is going, wrong and what you guys need to do to kind of turn it around. I heard the rumors of you guys potentially trying to get Jimmy Butler. The only way that that's going to happen, you're going to have to trade Bill, and he got a no trade clause. So
and I don't think he's gonna go to Miami well, he may, because I don't know. That's a whole different kind of culture down there in Miami.
Yeah, it's a different culture. I don't know. I don't really know what the Phoenix Suns do for real. I do know this. If they fall short this year, I do know they're gonna break the team up.
But can you though?
I mean, I'm saying I think KD's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna want to be gone because KD's in the latter part of his career.
Yeah,
so
he's
Right now, he's about winning. Like, I want to be on a team that we can compete for a championship. And it ain't no other team than the Dallas Mavericks that he can go to. He can come on over to the Mavericks.
Hey, come on. Yeah. Hey, boy, you can go out on top.
You come on over to the Mavericks, man.
You can go out on top.
We'll put KD at the 3, put PJ at the 4, have Kai at the 2, have Luke at the 1, and D Live at the 5.
Got the money.
Let's run it, man. And then we'll have Clay coming off the bench. Naji Marshall, Daniel Gafford, Quentin Grimes.
Boy, it ain't no let up, boy.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
It ain't no let up. No let up.
I guess the difficult thing is, man, like, of course Dallas been, hit with the injury bug, of course.
Oh.
What? What is this?
So if KD don't sign the extension, he'll be a restricted free agent at the end of this season.
Yeah, but he won't have his bird rights.
Right.
So, like, it's gonna still be up to Phoenix. And I think they're going to, if they release him, it's going to be a trade. They're not going to just let him go. If he just wants to go. So if he don't want to resign.
Well, because he turned down a 1-year $60 million extension.
That's what I'm saying. But if he don't want to resign, they own his bird rights. So kill other team come in and sign him unless they want to release him.
Right.
And so he don't have a player option. So I believe that I believe this is on ownership and GM for not properly putting a team together. They thought star power means it was going to equal to winning, and they had a really good formula with the team they had in the past. Just they just fell short, and I think that they had the right mind when they went and got KD, and you put KD with Booker. Now all you have to do was just build a team. Take that money that you gave to Beal. If you put that around role players, these guys would have been good.
Facts.
What you should have did was, instead of trading for Bradley Beal, you should have traded for some role players.
Facts.
Like Dallas did. Like Dallas traded for PJ and Gafford and what's the old boy name that we end up getting
So PJ Washington, Gafford, we got
we got Clay, we got
we got the Aussie, we went and got Naji.
So like, yeah, role players, like those guys don't mind playing a role, like whatever the role is, they don't mind playing that role. Right. And that's what makes a team. Like the star players, they do whatever they want to do. The role players play a specific role to help the team, benefit. It's the same as your body. Like your body has body parts that play a role. Now your brain, it controls everything, but your brain also thinks of everything. It does everything. But the arm, it can only be an arm. A foot can only be a foot. And so on a team, you need guys who are going to do their role. So if you are a 3-and-D guy, you need to do that at a high level. If you are a defensive guy, you need to do that at a high level. Like, but they don't have that, man, and then they don't have leadership. Like, there's no leadership on the team. KD is an awesome offensive guy, awesome basketball player, but he's just not a leader. And he's said this on numerous occasions. Like that's not really his thing.
I just want to hoop.
He's not a real guy that's gonna like galvanize the troops and things of that nature. Devin Booker is not a leader. Bradley Beal is not a leader, and Bradley Beal, he needs to be on a team with strong leadership because he comes from a losing culture. Like guys who's been in bad cultures, they have to come into really good leadership. A la like Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, like those guys was on losing teams. So when they got here, they had to adapt the ways of Kyrie and Luka. They followed those guys' leadership. And we end up going to a finals with guys who just got off of bad teams, who was used to playing bad basketball.
That's facts.
And so, like, you got Beal is used to playing bad basketball. He's not used to winning. And so when you have that and you have him come in, he's not used to winning. Like, he's not used to doing stuff that it takes to win. He's not used to sacrificing. Like, he's the third guy. He's going to have to sacrifice. Just is. He's going to have to become that nasty guy that's going to defend his tail off. That's going to be a 3-and-D guy. A la PJ Washington. PJ Washington was at the Hornets. He was a go-to guy at the Hornets. PJ Washington averaging almost 20 points. You get with Dallas, he understood the assignment. Hey, I'm a role player now.
I want to win.
I'm going to defend. Nobody's ever said PJ Washington, oh, man, he's a good defender until he got to Dallas.
Facts.
He got to Dallas like, dang, he can play some good defense. Like, he can play good defense. I didn't know how he was this good defensively. Like, he's really good defensively. And so, he adapted that role. Like, he adapted that, that role, which could be hard for some time for some players. He adapted his role. Everybody adapted their role, man. Coming in, shout out to Clay. Clay adapted his role, right? Coming in, like, he adapted his role. He come from being a number 2 guy for most of his career. He's been, being a number 2 guy for most of his career, even on championship teams. He's been a number 2 guy, a go-to guy. And then you come here and they like, man, you're the 3rd, sometimes 4th. Sometimes depending on who's going. Right? It's been many a nights. It's been Naji Marshall. It's been PJ. It's been, Dinwiddie. It's been the centers. Some nights, like, it's just those after Kyrie and Luka, it can go either way. Right? Some nights it's been Quentin Grimes. He's explode. Like, God dog. Quentin Grimes got 27. So I think so. I think getting Hardy back is going to help us as well, especially with the offensive, to help fill the offensive woes that we go through the game. I thought he could have helped us tonight, but I knew Kid wasn't gonna play him, so I didn't even say nothing about it. I just knew he wasn't gonna touch the floor, especially in the third quarter. I was like, man, we sure could use, if people put Harding in. That's another guy who can break down the defense, or he can spread the floor, But I was like, I know Kid ain't gonna. Now he might play in this game, but he's not gonna do it, man. Dallas just gotta hang in there, man. They gotta find a way to hang in there, man. Without Luka,
yeah,
they gotta come out. They gotta fight, man. They gotta hang in there, man. They gotta, I know it's gonna be tough, but they're gonna have to hang in there. Kyrie's gonna have to be an MVP. He's gonna have to step up to that plate. He's just gonna have to. Now, not every night, because some nights your role players are going to step up for you, but some nights Kyrie is going to have to, He's going to have to put on.
We're going to need 30 a night.
Not every night. Like I said,
I'm
like
not saying every night, but
like tonight,
a lot of these nights we're going to need 30, bro.
Like tonight, he had 20, right? And he played pretty poorly in the second half, right? He played poor.
Like he ran out of gas.
And the role players kind of like pick up the slack, and so like you will have that coming, but like it's when you play like
excuse me.
It's just gonna be certain nights where it's gonna have to be you. Like, and depend on the team that you play and how they play. Like some teams, they don't believe in helping a lot. And if they don't, you're going to have to put on, because that means your role players won't get a lot of open shots because people aren't helping off. It's not like Phoenix. Phoenix was helping off a lot. And so like guys were open and guys was getting looks or whatever. But some teams they don't believe in over helping or helping off. And so with that, you're gonna have to really, 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 cook. And so we'll see as that transpires and what happened. We'll see if Mavericks make any trades.
It's gonna be interesting.
I know Dante Exum is gearing up to come back. We can use another ball handler, another wing defender, another guy who shot almost 40% last year. So we can use that. Another guy who can set up the offense. So we can use that, especially with Luka going down. So we will see how this goes and how this transpires. And I think we had 5 guys tonight in double figures, which was pretty good. I think we'd have more if PJ played, because he already had 7. I imagine he was going to score, give you at least more, at least 6 more points,
right?
Or whatever. So we would have had at least 6 or 7 more, and I think Naji would have got in double figures as well.
Yeah, he started to come along before that happened.
And so I believe tonight would have been a big blowout had those guys played. I believe we would have won about 15 or more. But it is what it is. Get your win, keep it moving. We play tomorrow the next night, so we go up to Portland. Like, we've been going up to Portland so much, it don't make no sense. But we've been going to Portland and we've been going to Phoenix so much. God, dog. I said, man, have we even played Phoenix at home?
I can't remember. I cannot remember if we have.
But we shall see, man. We shall see. But that was my take on the game, man. Good win by Dallas. Solid, very, very solid defensive effort, man. They held Bill to 11 points. And that's solid, man. That's solid, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 5 of 18 shooting.
That's solid defensive work, man. Grimes was all on him, man. Grimes was getting them up. Clay was on him some.
Boy, do you see the move that Clay put on KD, bro?
Got him running to the stand.
Sheesh.
But like, having guys that can put the ball on the floor, man, it makes it like we didn't have that at the finals last year. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't have guys.
Only 2 guys.
That was it. Like, but having a Clay that can do it, even Quentin Grimes can put the ball on the floor. He can do it. Spencer. Having multiple guys that can put the ball on the floor and attack, especially off of a closeout. Like, Clay is gonna have a lot of those because guys are just gonna close out on him so hard. And shout out to his assistant, man. He was playmaking tonight.
Hey, yeah.
He
made some plays tonight. Yeah, man. We'll be back at it.
We'll be back. Only one thing I asked the kid: please stop letting Kyrie take the ball out. He cannot see. Right? It's not going to be good, especially if he got a taller guy on him. Let PJ take it out.
That's facts.
You know, stop doing it. It led to multiple turnovers. Stop. He can't see. He asking guys to come up because he can't see. I know normally it's Luka taking it out, but you know, don't let Kyrie take it out because he can't see.
Right.
You know, so that'll be my only thing, man. But we'll be back in here this thing tomorrow, man. They play the Blazers tomorrow, and we'll be back in here for it, man. Hopefully we can get another win.
Definitely, man. But man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Staying with us, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that share button, and subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X, formerly known as Twitter. We appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us, man. We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all on tomorrow night after the game against Portland. Peace.
Peace out.